is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2016 Action Part 1. So let's get straight into it. So up first we have Two Guns on Blu-ray with Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, good film from just a couple of years ago now. Alright, up next we have 48 Hours, really good movie from 1982 with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. Up next on Blu-ray we have The A-Team from 2010. I really enjoyed this film a lot. I guess it didn't do too great because I was expecting a sequel or two by now. To be honest, I thought Liam Neeson was great as Hannibal, Bradley Cooper as Face, Shelton Copley, Murdoch, and of course Rampage Jackson as Mr. T. I was a huge fan of the 80s TV show, of course. Have all those on DVD as well. Up next we have Steven Seagal classic, Above the Law from 1988. Up next we have John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13 from 1976. I was not a fan of the remake, I think from 2005 or so. Okay, up next we have Michael Bay's Bad Boys, his first film from 1995 with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Not a fan of the sequel, and it's probably my least favorite Michael Bay film that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Anyway, next we have Battle Royale from 2000, great Japanese film. I haven't seen the sequel still, and that's why obviously I don't have it. Next we have a Better Tomorrow, great John Woo classic from 1986 starring Chow Yun-fat. Interesting edition. I think this is like a Hong Kong edition or something, I'm not sure, but like half the writing is in Chinese or Mandarin or whatever. Up next we have The Big Hit from 1998, a little bit underrated but not a great film, with Mark Wahlberg, Lou Diamond Phillips, Christina Applegate, Joaquin Woodbine, and Antonio Sabato Jr. Up next we have Big Trouble in Little China, another John Carpenter classic with Kurt Russell from 1986. Great movie, absolutely love that movie. Next we have the Charlie's Angels movies, the first one from 2000 with Cameron Diaz, sorry about the glare, Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu, and then of course the sequel, Full Throttle, not as good as the first one. Still, I enjoyed the first one quite a bit. It's a guilty pleasure if you like. Up next we have Cliffhanger from 1993, one of Stallone's best films, not named Rambo or Rocky. Really enjoyed this film about mountain climbing. John Lithgow, great as the villain in that film. Up next we have another Stallone film, Cobra from 1986, I believe. Yeah, decent film directed by George P. Cosmatos. Next we have Collateral Damage from 2002 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And underrated film, I like that movie a lot. Next we have Commando, one of my favorite action films of all time with Arnold, of course. Just so many kick-ass moments, great one-liners, and I love the assault on the island at the end. Just awesome. Next we have Con Air from, when was this made now? 1997, I believe. With Nick Cage, John Malkovich, and John Cusack, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, cool film. I enjoy it. Not my favorite Nicolas Cage action movie, but still good. Next we have Condor Man from 1981. Loved this movie as a kid growing up. Michael Crawford, great. Barbara Carrera, really sexy. Just a really cool sort of action Disney spy movie. The Prusnecki, whatever the hell, the Prusnovich, whatever they were called, the guys in the black cars and the black helicopters and the black boats were just awesome. I love that film. Next we have the Crank movies with Jason Statham and Amy Smart. My arm is getting tired already. This is going to be a long journey. Creating 2 High Voltage. Still, these are crazy fun films, but they're not great. Up next, we have more Jason Statham, Death Race from I think 2007, but don't quote me on that. With Tyrone Gibson, Ian McShane, and Joan Allen of all people. I know they've made a few sequels to this film that I haven't seen, to be honest. Okay, next we have Death Warrant, Jean-Claude Van Damme from early 90s, 1990, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 1990. Get that back in there. Up next, we have my Die Hard box set, the Ultimate Collection, of course, with the first 3 Die Hard films. Die Hard from 1988, my all-time favorite action movie. Great direction by John McTiernan. Yeah, the late great Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber, and just a fantastic film. Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Good movie, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. Good sequel. I like that one a lot with Samuel L. Jackson. What's his name? Jeremy Irons is Hans Gruber's brother. Good stuff. Next we have Live Free or Die Hard. I think it's known as Die Hard 2.0 or something in the UK. Yeah, I enjoyed the sequel with Justin Long. I like Justin Long. Tim Oliphant is the villain, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Yeah. And then we move on to the disappointing, to say the least, A Good Day to Die Hard. Easily the worst of all the Die Hard films. Yeah, really disappointing. Teaming up with his son. I forget the actor's name who plays him, but yeah, it just wasn't very good. Next we have Domino from 2005, Tony Scott film with Keira Knightley and Mickey Rourke about bounty hunters. Decent film. Okay, up next we have The Equalizer. Yeah, from a couple years ago with Denzel Washington. From who directed Training Day? I forget. Was it Antoine Fuqua? Yeah, Antoine Fuqua film. Yeah, cool movie. Denzel just kicking ass, taking names, like he normally does. Okay, up next we have Eraser from 1996. Another decent Schwarzenegger film with what's her name? I forget the actress's name. She's like a singer, model. Vanessa Williams. I knew it was a Williams. I was gonna say like Jessica Williams, but yeah, good film. I like that movie a lot. Next we have Executive Decision with Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal. What's his name? Oliver Platt in this. Good, decent hijacking airplane movie from 1996. Okay, up next we have the Expendables trilogy, like I said. Yeah, the first one from 2010. Yeah, all-star cast, of course, directed by Stallone. I'm not a fan of his direction. That's why I don't love this movie. But the second one was absolutely awesome. Jean-Claude, great as the villain. And the additions of Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. Just great. And The Expendables 3, which I recently picked up this past week, or this past month, really. Probably the weakest of the bunch. But like I said, my first full trilogy on Blu-ray when I showed that video. Alright, up next we have Face Off from 1997. Fantastic film. Directed by John Woo, my favorite John Woo movie. And John Travolta and Nicolas Cage go against each other. Swap faces, of course. One's an FBI agent, one's a notorious criminal. Yeah, the dynamic that it creates throughout the movie, you're just thinking about, oh, it's that guy in Nick Cage's face, and vice versa, and it's just really good. Fantastic action scenes, operatic, just awesome. Okay, up next we have the Fast and Furious franchise, which is stuck together. The first one from 2001, Paul Walker, Vin Diesel. Sad about Paul Walker now, obviously. Then we have Too Fast, Too Furious. I'll just pull them out like this. It's a lot easier. My arm is killing me. The third one, Tokyo Drift, the weakest of the franchise. Fast and Furious from 2009. Then the ones I have on Blu-ray, Fast 5, I was a big fan of this one because especially like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, his inclusion, good action scenes, most of the principal cast. Then we have Fast and Furious 6 from a couple years ago. Again, decent film. What's his name? Something Evans. I forget is decent as the villain. I haven't picked up Fast and Furious 7 yet, or what is it called? I don't know what it's called. Just Fast and Furious. But I will be getting that on Blu-ray. I like Jason Statham, obviously, in that movie as well. And of course, it was the last time we saw Paul Walker in those movies. Okay, next, another film with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Faster from 2010 with Billy Bob Thornton. Cool movie. Liked it a lot. Next we have Fire Down Below, another Seagal classic with Mark Helgenberger from 1997. I'm cracking myself up the way I said that name. Up next we have From Paris with Love, I think from 2010 or 2011, with John Travolta and Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Yeah, cool movie. I like Travolta's performance a lot in that movie. Next we have The Fugitive. Looking at this fucking crappy snapper case, I need to get a better version of The Fugitive. Actually, it's got quite a lot of extras. Great film, of course, from 1993. Fantastic performance by Harrison Ford. Tommy Lee Jones as Stephen Gerrard. Fantastic. Great supporting cast. Just a great film. Joe Pantoliano and so on. U.S. Marshals with Wesley Snipes and, of course, Robert Downey Jr. and Tommy Lee Jones returning as Samuel Gerard. Next, we have another Steven Seagal film, The Glimmer Man from 1996 with Keenan Ivory Wayans and a young Halle Berry. Okay, next we have Gone in 60 Seconds from 2000, the remake with Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie, Robert Duvall, Giovanni Ribisi. Yeah, good film. Delroy Lindo, guys like that. Next we have Hard Targets from 1993, John Woo's first American action film with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Really cool movie. Next we have Hard to Kill, another Steven Seagal with Kelly LeBrock from 1990 or 92, I want to say. Oh, my years are a bit iffy. It's been a while since I've done this. Anyway, moving on. Oh, my arm. Next we have Hitman with Tim Oliphant from God knows, this like probably 2009. I wasn't a fan of Hitman Agent 47, which came out last year, so I probably won't be buying that. It's not on my wish list for 2015. Next we have Hot Fuzz from 2005, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, of course. Nice 3-disc collector's edition. Yeah, not as good as Shaun of the Dead, but still good fun. Next we have JCVD, Jean-Claude Van Damme, really good film. Yeah, one of Van Damme's best in recent years. I really like that movie a lot. Next we have John Wick, which I just picked up this past week as well with Keanu Reeves. Really enjoyed this. Really cool blend of action fighting style, and it was just cool. I liked it a lot. Next we have, look how faded the Kill Bill spine is. I mean, it's supposed to be yellow, right? Kill Bill Volume 1. Yeah, Tarantino classic from 2003. Uma Thurman, just awesome. Vivica A. Fox and so on. Lucy Liu. And then, of course, Kill Bill Volume 2. From 2004, Michael Madsen, Daryl Hannah, David Carradine, fantastic performance. Yeah, just really great stuff. Next we have Killer Elite from a couple years ago, I think 2011, 2012. Yeah, really cool film with Jason Statham, Clive Owen, Robert De Niro. Bunch of assassins and agents going after each other. Next we have Night and Day, Another film from a couple years ago with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. Good action scenes. Two great, I want to say leading actors, but leading man, leading woman. And of course, you can go back and check out the overview video that I shot yesterday, and then when I shoot the second part of action, you can click ahead to that part as well. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.